What's going on, trainers? TaeganAdventures here, and welcome to my first video of the decade. If you don't count the raid guide video I made a few days ago, this is the first video of the year, first video of the decade. Hooray, very exciting, I know. Yep, I've been like ghosting for 2 months. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I've been pretty busy with college, exams, projects, all that crammed into the span of 2 months. It's been a pretty tiring 2 months for me, and now that term break has started, I can get back on track with my YouTube life. So yeah, here I am. I'm sorry for all the ghosting. Let's get back to the video, I digress. So this video will be a very exciting video today because it is the Wants to Battle Tag 2020. Now, the Wants to Battle Tag was started up by Keeper Toby himself around 5 years ago, and it is basically a yearly series where he asks several PokéTubers, such as myself, to respond to a few questions he has posed. This is my second year participating in his Wants to Battle Tag. My first year was in 2018. Usually Keeper Toby holds the Wants to Battle Tag at the end of the year, but this year he has decided to do it at the beginning of the year. So without further ado, here's Wants to Battle 2020. Let's do this. So the first question that Toby asks is, why did you choose your YouTube channel name? As you already know, my YouTube channel name is TaeganAdventures. If you didn't know that already, you should check out my YouTube channel name right below this video. My channel name comes from my name, Taegan, and the adventures part of TaeganAdventures comes from the fact that playing Pokemon feels like an adventure, and also I was inspired by Jaden Animations and the name format. So the adventure aspect of Pokemon, as well as my own name, TaeganAdventures. TaeganAdventures. So question number 2, what is your favorite Pokemon game? Well, my first ever Pokemon game was Shadows of Armia. In fact, I still have it. If you just give me a moment to grab it out. 12 years ago, in fact, this was my first ever Pokemon game. I've come a long way since then, of course. But to answer your question, Toby, my favorite Pokemon game of all time has gotta be Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Just the plot, the storyline, and the Celebi arc especially. It's like, it really gave me a deeper look at Silver, at Giovanni's backstory, why Silver is the way he is. Personally, Heart Gold Soul Silver has it all. The character development, the storyline, the pacing is just right. The Pokemon, all the Gen 4 Pokemon are in it, despite being a Johto game. It's just perfect. Yeah, I know, it's just my opinion, but oh well, that's just what I do on YouTube, I guess, just mindless opinions. Question 3, what is your favorite evil team? Now, personally, my favorite evil team is kind of a two-way tie here between Team Galactic and Team Skull. Team Galactic had really good character development, really fleshed out, really good character development, and they played into the story quite well. And adding on to such a great story in the first place, Team Galactic has been just wow. I can see their motivations very clearly, their drive, their backstory about how Cyrus was a sad kid back in his day. At the same time, I feel that Team Skull is pretty relatable, especially their leader, Guzma, who really wants revenge. He wanted to be a trial captain himself, but unfortunately Kukui didn't allow him to, so that's where his motivation actually comes from. Guzma wanting revenge on Professor Kukui, basically. But if you ask me, both of them had really good character development, really good writing, especially the way that Team Skull interacted with the Ether Foundation in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and the way that Cyrus's backstory was elaborated on in Pokemon Platinum. Really good story writing and really good character development sells it for me that these two are the best evil teams in my eyes. Question 4. What should your viewers expect from you this year? Being the start of a new decade, the start of a new year, of course, is the start of a new me as well. So this year marks not only the start of the decade, but it also marks a very significant milestone in my life because this year I'm actually turning 19, so yay, first year as an adult. And naturally with that comes some new responsibilities, some new challenges that I need to face later on in life. Yeah, in fact, I've still yet to figure out real life, so that's gonna be one heck of a trouble for me. Hopefully I will be able to share some of my own struggles that I have been dealing with in my own life to you guys. I know it's kind of a bit of a weird thing for me to do, sharing my own personal life on YouTube, sharing it with everyone out there. but that is what I hope to do more often in 2020. And it's not just about sharing my own personal stories with you guys. I'm also planning to do more Sword and Shield content. As always, being a Pokemon channel, I gotta get my Sword and Shield in there. But most importantly, this year, 2020, honestly feels like the year of competitive Pokemon, and that's why in the year 2020 I want to start creating VGC content. I really feel that the competitive scene has developed so much from the way it first started back 12 years ago, and with Sword and Shield providing lots of easy access to competitive Pokemon, and with the games already months into release, I'm sure this year would be the ideal year for me to start up a competitive playthrough series, or at least me doing competitive battles in, say, the Battle Tower or Smogon, or any competitive battles of some sort. Yeah, you get my idea. Competitive battles is what I'm gonna do this year. Alright, quick change of lighting because it was getting pretty dim in here. But question 5, why did you start your channel? So it all began 3 years ago with a 16-year-old me, and I was just trying to have fun. I was still in high school, completed my finals 1 year, and I decided, hey, let's start up a YouTube channel, play some Pokemon. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had just come out at the time, so that's why I started out playing on this channel. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon was my first series here on the channel, and you can still find it right here. If you click in the top right, you can find my entire playlist of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon videos. Actually, just Ultra Moon. Question 6. Name someone with similar or less subscribers you think your audience would enjoy. Well, I'm a pretty darn small channel, less than 50 subs in fact, so if you could please sub to me, that would be really great. Not begging you or forcing you to sub, but I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel, staying tuned for some really quick and instant updates on my social media. Now that I've started to pick up the pace here, I should be posting more actively, so I would really love if you could give me a follow on social media as well as subscribing to my channel. But if I were to recommend one channel out of the several hundreds of thousands of channels on YouTube, it will be Darren Ang from Darren Ang Accessible VGM Sheets. He is an amazing cover artist who does lots of Pokemon covers, and he is such a big inspiration for why I got onto piano music in the first place. In fact, the entire Sinnoh special was inspired by the works of both him and Latios212, the admin of Nintendo Sheet Music. So really big shout out to the both of them for inspiring me to pick up arranging for the piano. But even before I started arranging for the piano, I am no stranger to music. In fact, you see those guitars at the back? I started learning to play those when I was 13, I think. So really, music and me have a pretty strong connection already before I started learning the ins and outs of the piano. So yeah, you can look forward to more piano arrangements on the channel as well. So yeah, you can look forward to more piano arrangements on the channel as well, including the one that I've been planning on releasing and is still in the works right now. But spoiler alert, it's gonna have some slap. OMG. And last but not least, tag 3 people. Now, I would love to tag a lot more people than just 3, so this is possibly the most difficult question that I had to answer. But in all honesty, 3 people is what he wants. So I would love to tag, first of all, Munching Orange. He has been one of the biggest pieces of inspiration back in 2017. I've always been looking up to Munching Orange ever since I was 13. And it was because of Munching Orange that I decided to do playthroughs on my channel when I started out 3 years ago. So really big thank you to Munching Orange, and Munching Orange, I choose you. The second person I want to tag is Darren Ang, whose channel I just introduced to you. I'd love to see what a non-Let's Play PokéTuber has to say about the future of his channel and what he has planned for the next couple of months. And the third guy I want to tag is The Squibbler. I don't know how long ago this was, but I have met him in person and I have filmed with him before. So if you could check out that video, it will be... For those of you who don't know who he is, he used to make Pokemon Go videos but has since shifted over to making Wizards Unite videos, Harry Potter stuff on mobile. So yeah, sad times indeed. Our PokéTuber army has lost one man, but still, The Squibbler, I'd love for you to participate in the Monster Battle Tag, even though you're no longer a PokéTuber. You know, in our hearts, you're still one of us. So If you could come aboard, that would be great. Alrighty trainers, that brings us to the end of the series of questions that Keeper Toby has set for us today. So I hope that through this video you get a better understanding of who I am, why I started this channel, and what I have planned for the future ahead of me, at least for the next couple of months before 2021 comes around. 2019 was indeed a roller coaster year for me. So many emotions, which I'll talk about in a later video, but 2020 is going to be a very exciting year for me. Here's to a good 2020, which yeah, we're already about 2 months into. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty lit 10 months of 2020. So every one of you guys, my viewers, I hope you guys can also be inspired by my YouTube channel, by my content, just like I was inspired by Munching Orange himself. Again, this is TaeganAdventures, this has been Watts to Battle 2020, and I shall see you in my next video.